Okay, and welcome to the Queen Mother Speak Show. Every Wednesday, every week, live at 5 p.m. This is Queen Mother, also known as Ella Dashanaba King, and I welcome you and greet you to the Queen Mother Speak Show. This is our anniversary month, and we're looking to have big fun during the entire month. Well, hello to you and you and you and you and you. All right. Our co host Nana Efua Adezawa will not be here today, but we are entering a new season, season 8. And in season 8, we have a new theme. And the theme is if not you, who? And if not now, when? Just a way to tell you that the time is now. Why is the time now? It's time for you to take stock on all the things that you're waiting for. What are you waiting for in your life? Are you waiting to meet your husband or your wife? Are you waiting to get a better job? Are you waiting to get your teeth cleaned? What are you waiting for? Take stock on all the things that you're waiting for and know the steps that you can take to make it happen. You have to figure it out. You know why? Because that's the message. That's it. Do something about it. The time is now. Rise up, rise up, rise up, ye mighty nation of men and women. Hey, go ahead, hit that like button, hit the share and comment button. I'd like to give shout outs right now to some of our viewing audience. I'd like to say hello to Abimbola, who tunes in regularly. Thank you for tuning in to Queen Mother Speaks. Lady Mo, Ursula Anderson, Michelle, looks like there's Ernestine. Okay, there's Ernestine, High Priestess Sayshot, Carmen, and Tina, all from hot Atlanta, Georgia, USA. Okay, so the people who's going to be in studio today will be, well, we were expecting Premilla, who is a designer, Premilla Andoba, candidate Mr. Bernard Ochieng, who will be running for office. Okay, all right, looks like Bernard is joining us now. Please turn off your phone. We're getting an echo from you. Okay, Malimu, turn off your, mute your cell phone. Okay, right on. So, like I say, we do have one more guest we're expecting. Hopefully, she'll come in a moment. We're expecting Miss Margaret Toyley, who's also running for office here in Kenya. And we have Miss Beth Sheba, also on the line with us today. She's going to give us a special tribute and a kickoff lunch for our new project. Okay, Bernard, have you
Yeah.
turned off your cell phone?
Off or on?
No, turn off the mute. Mute your phone because we're starting to get we're starting to get some feedback. Okay, very well. I invite those of you in the audience to get relaxed and ready for this awesome show that we prepared for you. We've dedicated the entire month of July to the Queen Mother Speaks anniversary. So during this month, you will have people coming on giving tributes on how they got to know Queen Mother. We'll have some tributes like that from the States, from different parts of Africa, from Dubai. Yes, 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 yes. This is our anniversary celebration month. So you can expect something new just for you. Go ahead, hit that like, share, or comment button. If this is your first time to Queen Mother Speaks, we are very happy to have you because we know that you could be anywhere doing anything, but you chose to be with us in this hour. And for that, we say thank you. Okay? We're going to have men and women and youth on the show who have very unique innovations and projects and transformative works. Okay? Plus, we're going to have special shows like we're having today. Right? Yes, we are. Go to our page, Queen Mother Speaks at gmail.com, or you can go to the website, Facebook page, facebook.com/Queen Mother Speaks, and tell us who is it? Who is it that you would like to see on the Queen Mother Speaks show? Give us their name, and their contact information. We'll do the rest. We'll reach out to them and invite them to be on the show. Very well. We're pleased for all of the guests who's in the house today. I want to say thank you to all of our faithful fans. But before we go there, let's take a look at who's in studio today. Okay, we're going to try to get everybody here. Okay, one picture is not coming through. We don't know why. But you want to say hello to the studio audience? Bathsheba?
Hi, everyone. My name is Bathsheba Otuga. I'm so happy to be on this show to celebrate Queen Mother Speaks' second anniversary. I knew her last year, and I do reusable pads. I'll come back later, and I'll say more about it. Thank you. Happy
Very.
to be with you.
Thank you so much. We're happy to have you too. Just one moment. I'm going to try to take this call. Hello, Premilla.
Hello?
Hello. We're on the air.
There seems to be a problem with the connection. I've been trying to connect.
Well, honey, you waited to the last minute, but we're on air now. So I can't help you while I'm on air. The most I can do is try. Okay? But you waited to the last minute.
Sorry?
Maybe we do you on another show because we're already live on the air. We'll have you at another time. Thank you for calling. It's a great day.
Oh, I can't.
Well, if you can get in, you come in. But you waited to the last minute. I cannot help you when I'm live on the air. Got it?
All right.
I thank you. Shalom.
Yeah.
Shalom. Okay, that's one of our guests who we're hoping will come into the show, but right now she's trying to come in. You know, before you go on air, normally we have a practice session. We didn't get a chance to practice with her. Hello, Honorable. Happy to see you. Is your mic on? Put on your mic. We can't hear you. Put on your mic. There we go. Tell them your name.
My name is Margaret Choili from Kenya, the
Okay.
national gender champion.
Very good. And we're going to come back to you later with a full interview with you, Honorable. She is one of our women in politics running right here in Nairobi, Kenya. And the big election will be coming up August 9. We will have a coverage of that for you on the Queen Mother Speaks show. I'd like to take a moment to say hello to everyone who's having a July birthday. Happy birthday
To you.
to you. And I do mean you. You're growing. Oh, can you touch your toes? You're getting gray hair. It's all right. It's called living in life. I want to say hello to our people who's tuning in from the West Coast, USA. Thank you for your early rising. You know they have to get up at 7 a.m. in the morning to watch the Queen Mother Speak show in Los Angeles, California, San Francisco, California, USA. And we thank you for tuning in. So hello to Nyla, okay, to Tashmia, hello to Red, Adisa, and Kwashi. They're out of Los Angeles. Tashmia, Nyla are from San Francisco, California. Last week, Tasha had her birthday, her 75th birthday. That is my elder sister, or as we say in America, my older sister, and she is a doll. She is a doll. And we've had her on the show before. We will have her on the show again. Happy birthday, and many, many more to you, Tashmia. We want to tell each of you or ask each of you to continue to stay safe, wash your hands, and be alert. We thank you again for tuning in to the Queen Mother Speak show, a safe space for information, inspiration, and expression. Bonga Dada Bonga, which is a new platform for women voices, is here. You can catch them live every Thursday at 7 p.m. Kenya time. That's facebook.com/Bonga Dada Bonga. So now, what is this thing that we call Queen Mother Speaks? Queen Mother Speaks is a community platform for wealthy conversations that matter. Commentary and insights to raise awareness, to inform, to inspire, to ignite, educate. We want you to laugh. We give you updates on expatriating to Africa, words on newsworthy events, wisdom from the elders, and we do warm, witty dialogue with our guests, and we do a boutique of inspirational verses. All of that on the Queen Mother Speak Show. Now, from the Art of Living Institute, we had an online breathing session over a year ago, but we now incorporate that into the Queen Mother Speak Show. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to get centered and we're going to do a breathing exercise. We're going to breathe 3 times. Here's how we're going to do it. We're going to breathe in slowly through our nose to the count of 8. Then you're going to hold to the count of 8. Okay? And then you're going to release. Okay? And let that breath come out. So we breathe in to the count of 8 through your nose. You hold to the count of 8. And then you release to the count of 12. Much more slowly through your nose. And we're going to do the breathing exercises 3 times. Are you ready?
Yes.
You ready? Okay,
Yeah.
let's get started. Let's go. Breathe in. Hold. Release. Okay, let's do another. 8, 8, and 12. You got it? Let's go. And I want you to really get into this breathing. I want you to really feel it for yourself. One more. 8, 8, 12. Okay. Okay. I hope you felt that as deeply as I did. And I want to thank you for sharing the breath of life with me. In this moment, we will now go to our reflective reading. And I'm going to repeat the topic, and I want you to listen with your heart. Our affirmation for today is, I breathe the bounty of creation in and out. I breathe the bounty of creation in and out. I breathe the bounty of creation in and out. The breath causes manifestations of life. Each breath flows from and through you and through the infinite source of life. God is both the creator and creation. God is unlimited. God is unwavering, unfailing, and ceaseless. God needs each of its creations, which is us, to reveal the ever-flowing bounty. You are God's channel for the ceaseless bounty of creation. Breathe into the indwelling presence to listen, to be directed, and guided to manifest the bounty of God. Your frequency, your vibration, your energy will increase as you manifest here on earth. I create God's bounty here on earth. I accept my anointing as a conduit of God as I breathe in. I am the bountiful, bountiful breath of creation. I channel my energy. My frequency and my vibration are heightened. I manifest beautiful creations. I love my life. I give continuously and I receive the bounty of creation. Thank you, understanding in me, through me, as me, around me through the Christ within, and so it is. Our scripture for today is, for we are his creation. That's Ephesians 2 and 10. The daily thoughts are brought to you by Hillside International Truth Center, Atlanta, Georgia, USA. USA. All right, so now I want to go to happy anniversary, Queen Mother. It was 2 years ago this month of July that we embarked on this journey. We have live guests announced today, and here's what our fans said last year. They said, Queen Mother, we can't believe that you did this. It's been 12 months already. And now we're at 24 months already. And they're saying, congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. All right. All right. So, what I'd like to do with you now is I'd like to tell you a little bit about one of our guests in the house. We're going to bring her on full screen. I only met her a few weeks ago. Her name is the Honorable Margaret Toile. She is a Kenyan woman in politics, and I'm telling you, this woman is on fire. We've had her on the Bonga Dada Bonga show, but I had to also put her on the Queen Mother Speak show because I want this international audience to know who she is, what she's doing, and what she's about. Welcome to the Queen Mother Speak show, Honorable. Okay, so tell us first a little bit about yourself, okay, and then we'll talk about your work as a politician.
Thank you for the audience and all those who are listening.
Your volume is very low. Can you turn up your volume? Can you increase?
Yes, I can do.
There you go. That's good.
Okay.
That's good.
My name is Margaret Toile. I come from Kenya. I am a mother. I am a grandmother. I am a politician. I'm the national gender champion, championing the rights of female gender. Yes.
Tell them what that actually means, Honorable. Tell them what that means, championing the rights of women. Tell them what that actually means, especially in Kenya.
Okay. What happens about two-third gender? It's a constitutional article that says either gender should not be more than two-thirds. Gender means a woman, gender means a man. So in this case, in Kenya, according to the Constitution, Article 81, it says the women of Kenya are not enough in legislative houses. So the parliament is supposed to enact the Article 81B to increase women by nomination. So what I did, as having vied 2013 as a national member of parliament, I did not make it. I was just down but not out. So come 2017, I still vied now for 9 sub-counties in Bungoma County. Kenya has 47 counties, and each county has sub-counties. So my county I come from is Bungoma. It's neighboring Uganda on the eastern side. So as I vied, I had challenges of being marginalized. I was beaten up in the county center because I rose up to complain that the election was not free and fair. And it didn't just happen to me alone. It happened with other women who did come out to speak. And me, I said, I will speak for all the women of Kenya. So the first thing I did was good practices to follow the due process. I petitioned the parliament on behalf of all women who are 54% of the population of Kenya, that I petitioned first. I did the public participation. I told people in the government that women, we are marginalized. By so being marginalized, we spend our money, we spend our time, we vie, but elections are never free and favorable for women. Now that I petitioned the parliament, it garnered around 222 members of parliament. The, the Kenyan Legislative House has 349 members of parliament, of which we only have 75 female gender, 274 are male gender. Now, when we say we want to pass a bill that is good for all of us, women are a disadvantage because their voices are not heard. Therefore, Article 81 of the Constitution of Kenya said, if during elections women are not voted, Article 81B requires that the Legislative House has to take the mandate to enact that Article 81B that says women have to be nominated, to increase the number of women to speak for themselves, to come out and voice their voices, so that when we come at the table of decision making, women have also a chance to speak for themselves. But then it was unfortunate, after the bill was brought on the floor, they did not pass it that time. Actually, it was at that time that the Speaker of the House said this bill has to pass. So we cannot introduce it on the floor of the House. We postponed it up to 2019. And as we are saying, that was November 2018. The petition followed. The petition followed after I was wrapped up in the Tallinn Center. And that is the decision I took. And at that time, they postponed to 2019. When it came to 2019, as usual, our brothers who are the majority, but they are minority because the population of women in Kenya is bigger or greater than male gender. So come 2019, it's like they were going to behave as usual. And Margaret Toili on stage was very much alert. So single-handedly, I wrote another petition. And at this time, I had done the citizen participation through WhatsApp. We had formed very many WhatsApp groups to sensitize elite women that something is wrong, we need to speak. And all of us were now gaining the momentum to speak by one voice. So around the 2019 February, the floor was given the chance to pass, to enact at 81B, so that we can have women related to parliament. But unfortunately, there is actually lack of political goodwill. So women, we are yes, women, we are marginalized, and yet we are the majority. When you educate a woman, you educate the nation. That they did not pass it, because the first time they came 222, less 11 to make two-thirds gender. So 2019, they came 178. At the time of voting, they were 174. This is because they came to realize this is a civil bill. It won't take us anywhere. And after all, we are used to behaving the way they behave. When it comes to bills that increase salary, they will come. When it comes to bills of buying cars, they will come in large number. They can as well even come at night. When it comes to any bills that are favorable for our male gender, they turn up in large number. But when it comes to female gender, there is laxity. So that the bill flopped on the floor. What was the next step? The Speaker of the National Assembly casually announced the bill has flopped again. Hello?
Yes, we're here. We're listening.
Yeah, okay. Now that the bill flopped, the next step, our Constitution authorizes anyone that if the Legislative House has refused, of which was the case, anyone can petition the Chief Justice, who is the President of the Judiciary of Kenya, that after having taken steps that I formed, I told the CJ to advise the President of the Nation of Kenya that the Legislative House, our National Assembly, has refused to enact Article 81B that authorizes women to be nominated in Legislative House. And not only there, we have also county assemblies, which are 47. And out of the 47, only 7 had complied with the two-third gender. So my petition on behalf of all women in Kenya included the National Assembly and the County Assembly. And the CJ took the trouble to call the speakers of both Senate and the Nation Assembly, gave them my papers that there is need and there is a reminder, because some time back the same bill had been moved in various courts. But our brothers and let me say generally the legislators in Kenya are very good at violating court orders. And I had to take time, move around, do the research in court, in archives. Then I had to type myself. I was doing it independently. Nobody knew what I was doing other than women who are elite on WhatsApp. My family never knew what I was doing, but I could ask them for money, which they actually gave me the money. They thought I was eating the money, I was spending it on leisure. But now that when things became bad, when they saw my name being aired everywhere, that Margaret Toili petitioned the parliament to the CJ, and the CJ advised the president that following several reminders, several court orders, even the latest, and now here is where we are. The women of Kenya are asking for their positions. Mr. President dissolved the parliament. And at that juncture is when they woke up. It was too late. The advisory note was given to the head of state to dissolve the parliament. And the parliament shall be dissolved. So it was dissolved. And they woke up and asked, who is this Margaret Toili disturbing the honorables? In my mind, I said, okay, fine. There is always a person to speak for the majority, as it happened in Sudan. It's only a woman who rose up and said, enough is enough. And at this time, there are other gentlemen who came on board. They also put in their petitions, but my papers were so excellent that they were sent to the president of the state of Kenya, and the parliament was dissolved.
I see.
But as usual, it's not a surprise. The parliament was not physically dissolved, but constitutionally it was dissolved on 21st of September 2020. 2020, yes. But I said, whoever does not respect the constitution and by the rule of law violates the court orders shall stand trial one time. So, good brother and the sister started opposing the dissolution of the parliament. So, since 2020, September 22nd, I have been in courts. I spent my time in court. I spent my money in court. I spent my whole self in court. At one time, they could even mute me. I could not hear anything that was going on because now we are competing. Yes, let's dissolve. Yes,
Wow.
let us not dissolve. So I've actually been in court until even up to now, as they petitioned against it, as they opposed against it. I don't think, because it has not been served to us as the national gender champion, our ruling has never come out. And as where we are going for general election. As we go for the general election, the parliament that was dissolved on 21st of September 2020 has died as per sign died. It has now died. Now, where are we? We need to mobilize ourselves again, come and say, give us our ruling. They have not given us our ruling. They have not served us our rights. And we are going for another general election. And then the trouble is going to start again. Dissolve and the not dissolve. That is now where we are. But actually, women in Kenya suffer silently. We don't come out to speak. Sometimes you come out to speak, nobody listens to you. We report our cases of harassment, insecurity to our law enforcement positions, but they don't take it seriously. So our rights as women of Kenya are violated. Even me, Margaret, as I'm saying, today I'm speaking like this. Sorry. I don't know where I'm going to sleep because I have had to go through gruesome time, gruesome nights. All my property has been stolen. My house has been vandalized. So I'm living in the streets. Let the world know that Margaret, the national gender champion, is suffering somewhere in Kenya on behalf of all global women. So, two-third gender rule means like when we have a male gender at the top or the apex of the position in both appointive and elective positions, we should also have a female gender. So, through two-third gender, right now as we are speaking, Margaret, has had to lead the way as usual. Whatever it comes, I don't fear the consequences, but Margaret will need to speak the truth so that we liberate ourselves. I have grandchildren who are girls. I have sisters who are girls. We are a marginalized gender, maybe if not globally. Now, like when our president in the USA had won the vote, I wrote a tweet and said, congratulations, Mr. Joe Biden, the president-elect. Now, can we please give us the second position? The internet does not forget. So the tweet was retweeted several times. And thank God we have Kamala Harris at the top, and we say, thank you, God. In Africa, we have Suluhu of Tanzania, who assumed the power following the two-thirds gender, which is East African Treaty. Women went to Beijing and they passed the treaty that they will fight for each other as a woman tribe, that every woman must be liberated. So it's a global treaty that needs all of us to come together and fight for our rights, not physical fight, but constitutional mandate. We should be given our rights. Now, back in Kenya, we have two governments, county government
Mm-hmm.
and national government. Resources come from national government called devolution to the county government. Some counties are doing better, some counties are gender compliant, and the majority are not. And as I am speaking right now, I'm asking
Mm-hmm.
the local family that Kenya needs support. Why should a woman like me, who is fighting constitutionally, not a clandestine movement, suffer the consequences of standing up to speak for others? There is so much that is going behind women in Kenya, and not only in Kenya, especially Africa. So what I'm
Ah.
saying here is assist Kenyan women in funding them to run for elective positions, giving them security. We come out to buy and we are beaten. We come out to buy and we are not given protection. It's only said, but it's not implemented. So, on behalf of Kenyan women, we have now Honorable Mother Karua, who has come at the apex of power as a running mate because of the two-third gender. We have our CJ, Chief Justice, Mother Kome, at the judiciary, the president of the judiciary, because of two-third gender push.
Mm-hmm.
We have a governor who is ending her time, and Kananu, because of the two-third gender. As they
Okay.
wanted, as they wanted to take our position right now as gender, female gender, to ascend to power as a running mate of the preferred transitional government president. We say no. There is one man who said,
Hmm.
no Kalonzo, no Raila. And I say, no Karua, no Kalonzo. Because we
Ah.
just have to speak. We have to
Mm-hmm.
speak for our rights. Someone has to speak. As long as I follow due process, the constitutional rights, Margaret meeting others. Now every woman, even in the village, are talking of two-third gender. Where I come from, our former assistant chief was a male. So
Mm-hmm.
sensing that, I went and talked to the chief of the location and said, kindly, Mr. Chief, this position now should be given to a woman. Then, not just
We've got a screen freeze there for a moment, but the Honorable Toli, who is running for office here in Nairobi, Kenya, from Bungoma County, is saying to you things you may not have heard yourself. What she's telling us is that even as she is running for office, that she's having a very difficult time. There, the government has not offered her any protection, and she's asking for help from the international community. Let me put all of us on the screen right now who's actually in the show today. Okay. We next we'll be having Mr. Bernard, who is running for office as well. But before we go to Bernard, I see she's still frozen. Hopefully she'll come back. We did have a question, And someone wanted to know, how can people from the international community help? So hopefully she'll come back in and answer that question for us. You know, it's really something for women to be bold enough to step out and decide to run for office, because we are in the majority and we should have a seat and we should be able to speak. But because of a lot of the rules in the country and a lot of the protocols in the country and a lot of the culture that's in the country, it's been very difficult for our women. They have been harassed to no end. I am not saying that every woman running for office is being harassed. What I am saying is the women are being harassed. They're being followed. Their windows to their cars are being broken. As she stated, you know, they vandalized her home. Terrible things are happening to some of the women running for office here in Kenya. And the Honorable Margaret is asking for your support. She's asking for your help. She'll come back on and tell us just how you can do that internationally. And Queen Mother Speaks will be tuning in. We expect her to come back in. But before she comes back, let me go to our next guest. He's sitting there right now. His name is Mr. Bernard. Perhaps, Bernard, you can tell the audience rather, how it is that you and I got to meet. Do you remember? Please open your mic. Open your mic.
Yeah, I remember how we met. It was at USIU, my first day at USIU.
Okay.
I was headed to the admission to get some clarification how to join the university. And on my way out at the door, you said hi to me in a way that showed that you know me. And that is how it happened. And that's how we met. So your hello was... No, you did not know me. I came to realize later you did not know me. Yeah.
Yes. And at one point I was at the university. And he is stating that he came in one day to find something out. And I greeted him. And he said I made him feel so welcome. He thought we knew each other, but we did not. We did not. What I saw was a fabulous, handsome young man on the campus. And so I just greeted him as I do always. Yeah, Queen Mother is a big heart. We see that our honorable has come back. So we're gonna hold on, Bernard. We're gonna come back to you. We're gonna go back over to the Honorable Margaret. Okay. And what I want to say, Margaret, we have a question from the chat room, which is asking, how can we help you internationally?
Hello.
Yes, we're asking the question to you. One of the viewers wants to know how can they help you internationally?
There is a lot of effort.
We hear you, but someone is in the background.
Okay, fine. The only way, as I was summarizing up, we are happy through God's intervention that women with minimal support from other corners of the world, from Kenyan high-ranking people, high-ranking politicians have not come out to assist Kenyan women realize their rights, except they push them into marginalized corners. Now, what are we asking for? We are asking that what can we do so that we can have very many women come up from the grassroots, right from the grassroots? What women in Kenya suffer is that they are never given political rights and the political support as our brothers. We are not fighting anyone. We are fighting for our space. Like right now, as we are doing the next general election, women at grassroots are ignorant. They are just being dished with 50 shillings, 100 shillings, and the lessons and sugar by the tycoons and coons who have all the money to corrupt the free, fair, and credible election. This is happening. So any woman who wakes up and doesn't have money but has good ideas to pass to the people so that they elected the right person is denied the chances. Like me, I am supposed to be in the field, but I have been threatened my life. I'm not living in my house. I don't have water to drink. I can't cook in my house. My food is contaminated. There was a time I almost died when I just went out, came back. I ate my food I left in the house. They come. I have also put like CCTV. I have mounted CCTV. They have tampered with it. They tamper with my electricity meters. I am not safe. I am an example of women who are suffering either globally or in Kenya. Women need financial support.
Yes. Honorable, tell us how. How can you be helped internationally? Is there a phone number? Is there an email? Do you want them to send it to Queen Mother Speaks? How can the people who want to help you?
True. Thank you so much. For them just to wish that they want to help me, I clap for them. I say thank you, God. I will send you my account. And this account, I'm afraid it can be interfered with. I am going to use someone's account that anybody who is ready can deposit something there. I'm only lacking funds to mobilize myself and my people. Then even tomorrow, you will be seeing how Mother Queen is going to dance around to save the whole world by just going to participate in the ongoing general election. I'm sure I will win because people are for me. Just as you are also for me, people in Kenya are also for me. So we only need support. I have an account number of a certain bank which I'm going to list to you immediately after we finish. Then you can share, madam. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, let me make sure I've got it correctly, Honorable, that what you will do is you will share an account number with me that I am to pass on to those who wants to know how they can help. Is that
Thank you.
correct?
Yes,
Okay,
madam.
great.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you, doctor.
Okay. Once you send that critical information to me, I will send it out on your behalf. I want to
Yes,
ask if you would make sure that when you send the account number, send your name, the name of the bank, your account number. And this
yes,
one is very important, Honorable, the bank's routing number.
yes,
Every bank has a routing number. So you must
yes,
give us your full name as it is on the bank account, the name of the bank, maybe even the branch for the bank, right? And after you've
yes.
given the account number, give us what's called a routing number.
Thank you.
Now, if you
Thank
will
you
pass that to me
so much.
privately, I will privately make that information available to those who want to have it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, very well. Very well.
Thank you.
We're going to let's see if if he's still in studio. Our other political guest is a gentleman. Let's see. Oh, looks like we don't see him at this moment. Okay. We don't let's ooh. We've got two where it's kind of wavering a little bit with the internet. But looks like, oh, there he is. There he is. Very good. Very good. Okay, Mwalimu, we have you here. So we're going to go to singles. Honorable, please stay in the studio. We're going to talk a little bit with this gentleman who's also running for office. Bernard?
Thank
Hello.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Tell us a little bit about your candidacy. Tell us a little bit about your candidacy. Now you must have two microphones.
My
Now you must have two microphones. We're starting to get a echo. We're starting to get a. You gotta turn one of them off. You gotta turn one of them off on and put your phone on mute. Or silence. Or silence.
Okay, so I don't know if you can hear me clearly.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Okay, my name is Bernard Ochieng Nyachieo. I was born in rural Kenya. Then I moved and settled in an informal settlement in Nairobi. And after working there as a community organizer for some time, I got a scholarship to come to USIU and do my degree in IT, where I specialize in software engineering. The day I was my first day in school, that is the first day I met you, Dr. King. And you said hi to me like someone who knows me for some time. And I'm happy that many years later we would still meet, because I found it immediately I graduated with my degree in IT. I decided that I'll use my knowledge to start an NGO called Kujia that will end poverty in informal settlements using IT. And I remember our HR, Maurice, when we were asking who do we know in the US, you were first to come in mind, and Maurice organized how we can meet. And thank you for meeting Kujia team at Garden City. And we were able to, from that day, we started building a relationship and we started working together. So if you allow me, I will go back to MATHARE where I'm running. And I'm running so that I can bring difference in 6 areas. So the first area is education. As we talk, there are not many young people who have been privileged to go to university like me. But the problem starts from the beginning. Like how many children get an education opportunity to go to kindergarten. For our information, some of the street children we see in the city are from MATHARE. So they go in the street in the day, and then they come back home in the night. So one of my goal is to see how do we make bursary affordable, bursary accessible to all. So if the government is giving 10 shillings, for example, I've been working in community work and organizing. So I will double that amount by doing some charity run, some charity work. So other than spending what the government has given, because it will always be little, it will always not be enough, is to see how do we multiply what we have been given, so that all children in that slum can get bursary to go to school. Because what the government is offering is not enough. So the cake is already too small. So whatever the cake the government will be giving us is to multiply. Again, on education, there are colleges that are willing, if we are approached, to create scholarship opportunities for youth from that slum. And my job as the leader will be approach these different institutions and then be able to talk to them and ask them to create those scholarships so that they can go to education and have formal education that can help them get jobs and change their lives. Maybe 7 years ago, I was not this guy. I was a guy in the slum, but now education has changed. Another thing is teacher education. There is poor quality of education in the entire slum, because what happened there is once someone has a secondary education, they are automatically teachers. The reason why I'm called Mwalimu is because immediately I completed high school, I started teaching. And that is the Mwalimu means teacher. So that is the scenario with nearly all schools. Most schools in the informal settlement school, teachers are high school Form 4 leavers. So immediately you are done with Form 4, you become a teacher. So my dream and my vision, if I get elected, is to start a public teachers training college there that can, one, create employment to those in the community, but to train teachers so that we can improve the quality of education in the slum. At least trained teachers can be found who can teach kids, and then they can get the quality education. And then on education, the last thing I would be happy to do is that since for 100 years, since 1906, there is a MATHARE Mental Hospital, which is maybe the largest in East and Central Africa, and that's where I'm running. And this hospital is there. I know the University of Nairobi and the KMTC is using it. But I was thinking, and this is my prayer, that it can become an independent university college, university hospital, so that we can have a university within our ward, so that maybe we negotiate with them to create another scholarship for people from the same community to get scholarship again to learn medical programs. Or again, we can ask them to at least reserve menial jobs for people from the local community. So those are the 4 things I would like to do in education. I don't know, Queen Mother, I don't want to continue talking, but if you have any question for me under education, I'll be happy to answer.
Okay, the only question that I see in the chat room is they wanted to know were you they wanted to ask you said that the hospital in MATHARE has been there since 1906.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
Yes, over 100 years ago.
Over 100 years ago. Is it updated at all?
Let me, Kenyan standard, I don't know what to say, but it's not what it should be.
It's not what it should be. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And your dream is that it could become a university hospital.
Yeah.
So you'll have one in that particular MATHARE ward.
Yes.
Uh-huh. What would it take for that to happen?
They have the land. So that is one of the requirements to have a university. They have infrastructure. University of Nairobi is currently using it as an extension center for teaching, psychiatric. Then KMTC is still using it. So they have all that background. So it won't take much. It just needs leadership. It just needs leadership whereby we will go to Commission of University Education, see what they need. And of course, there are people there, there are leaders there. Just support the leaders to make it a university hospital. They have everything. Already there's an hospital there still. So it is not like starting it from scratch. It's something very little to be done.
Okay, very well. Is that like a level what? Hospital?
I can't give this specific, but it's an hospital. I don't know I'm not in the medical field. I don't know which level it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I know that in Kenya you have levels. I'm aware of the level 5.
Yeah.
I don't know what the levels mean either.
Yeah.
Okay. But I do know that each level gets to be offered to the community. Anything else you want to say to us before we go to our next guest?
I have six areas of impact, but let me use just one as I finish. Maybe housing, because everyone is living in a 10 feet by 10 feet in a slum, but that should not be the case for a number of reasons. So if I get an opportunity to be elected, number one is, Nairobi, we are surrounded by Machakos, we are surrounded by Kiambu, we are surrounded by Kajiado. And for our viewers today, I would like to say that maybe a 10 by 20 feet in MATHARE goes for like, where I'm running for office, goes for 300,000. Just a 10 feet by, a 10 by 20. Goes for almost 300,000. The same amount if you go to Machakos, you go to some remote parts of Kajiado, you'll get big land. So one of my idea is to challenge the guys living in the slum. I live there also, and you don't need to be born there and die there. The idea is you can be born there and think that at least your children or your third generation can move out. So my idea, I call it urban decongestion program, because there are too many people there. but there's land in Kajiado, there's land in Machakos, there's land in Kiambu, some parts of Kiambu like Kilimambogo. So my idea is, how do we help these people to get out of slum and start living decent life? Because there's land out there and there's life out there. Again, another idea is nearly, maybe 60% of the people living in hospital ward where I'm vying, they have their rural areas. And in Kenya and largely Africa, there is a problem whereby you can have 10 acres of land and you live in a small hut and you call yourself poor. You have all that asset of land and you still call yourself poor. And you'll find that a young person who is living in a small hut somewhere, maybe in Homa Bay, would leave that Homa Bay land and come to Mathare, live in a 10 feet by 10 feet and live there for 30 years, 40 years and raise a family there and forget their land in the village. So if I get elected, I would be happy to help young people go back to their ancestral home or village homes and consider businesses like agribusiness or farming so that they can change their life with what they already have. Because many people have forgotten their lands and they have forgotten their villages.
Okay.
Maybe on housing again.
When you say
show
you'll
them
help them with land, how do you mean?
Already many of us already have land in the village.
Okay.
But we have abandoned those lands and come to the city. So I will start what I called the rural remigration program. You go back where you came from and we see what we can do where you came from. Because many have land back in the village.
Okay.
And they are not using it. Hospital ward, maybe the last thing because of time, hospital ward where I'm vying, there's no electricity for 1 year, over 1 year now. There's no electricity, going 2 years. There's no electricity at all. Like it has been cut by Kenya Power. There's no electricity at all. In this, even as we talk, there's no electricity at all, which is, and it's in Nairobi, there's no electricity. But the leadership in the time that we are living in today, when there is solar, yes, they could know electricity, but when there is solar, and then there is green light that doesn't need much. There's a program I saw Indonesians are doing in informal settlements where they're using water and a bottle, and they put it absorbs sunlight, and then it is used as light in the evening. So I will come up with innovative ideas that at least we have to have light. So, and that needs to be green. So whether it is solar or those kind of ideas from Indonesia, whereby you only use water and a bottle, and at least you have light in the evening. So that is one thing that I'll be happy to do. Okay. And maybe the last one on housing is slums is owned by landlords, but they own the 10 feet by 10 feet, 10 by 20, very small plots, which cannot allow development to happen. So I would challenge all the landlords that come together, form a company. If the land, you have 10 by 10, 10 by 20, 10 by what, 10 by what, come together, form a company, get shares, and then build a good structure going up, which I think they can, now once they've come together, there are banks that are able to give them money to build good structures. And there are people who can support them to build good structure. But the fact that everyone has is 10 by 10, 10 by 20, what by what, development can't happen. But my job will be to see if I can now bring them together and they come up with better housing by coming together and building together.
What a great idea.
I had a lot to say, Dr. like sanitary pads, making sure I like the Honorable Margaret and what she's done. I think I would look for her as to be a mentor. Things like sanitary pads are not given to guards. I will make sure that is given from the first day in office. School feeding program is something that is possible. We have the food for the elderly, for example. The elderly, the sick, are not getting food at all. So we can see how we can come up with those kind of programs. And make sure that there's some food security in Mathare and help some vendors and other ideas. If I think I shared with you a one-page manifesto of what I want to do.
Yes.
Maybe you will
Yes.
share with people
Yes.
and see the entire thing.
Yes, Mwalimu
Yes,
has a very huge idea of how he wants to help. And like he said, he's got six different areas. He's just shared a little bit with us here and now. Mwalimu, I wish you well in your run, vying for the seat of MCA in the hospital ward of Matare. And as we are not just only colleagues, we're also friends. I look forward to working with you. Okay, in your ward, along with the Honorable Margaret. You gotta get a package of two, my brother. And together, we will see how we can work with you. Of course, we're also vying for you to get your spot as well. Okay. And we've got to do something about changing the mindset of people in Kenya around who women are and what the women can do.
And talking of women,
Yes.
talking of women, personally, politics or not, I'm a community organizer and I'm a leader and I'm a youth worker. So what we are doing in Kujia, like today, I was meeting with a group that will be helping young girls from marginalized community like Bungoma to learn software engineering and young entrepreneurship program. It's a global organization. So if someone goes to kujia.org, they're able to see what we are doing outside politics. That is an NGO I founded, and I think it's going to make equal impact whether I get elected or not. It's going to make equal impact. Our job is we want to end poverty in low-income community using digital skills. And MATHARE is one.
So I can put it in the chat. I'm telling you, is it Kijua?
KUJIA.
It's KU.
.org. Yeah, KUJIA.org. Yeah.
Okay, very well. I've put it in the chat now.
And those who are in the US, we already have .org.
Okay.
Yeah. Those who are in the US, we have contacts there, and we are planning to bring some Black African American community in tech to empower young people here in tech. So you can check us out, and we equally will just still make a difference, whether in politics or in the nonprofit world.
Okay, very well. Thank you for that.
Exactly, yeah. It's kujia.org.
Honorable Margaret, I've got a comment here in the chat for you. I've got lots of peace be with you. And looks like I've got someone from Atlanta, Georgia, tuning in, saying greetings to you, Honorable. That's beautiful. Peace and power to you, and all the women of Kenya. And they say continue, honorable, to let your voice be heard. I love it. I know we've run over 6 p.m. hour. We're going to go to our next guest right now. She's not only just a friend and a colleague. I just have adopted the work that she does. Bathsheba Otuga. Now, she manufactures reusable menstrual pads that are hygienic, cost-effective, and they can be reusable for more than, are you going to believe this? They can be reusable for more than 1 year. More than 1 year. Did you know that 5 to 10 young girls and women miss out on school or other business because they can't afford pads? But let me not tell the full story. Talk to us. Welcome to Queen Mother Speaks, Bathsheba. Welcome to Queen Mother Speaks. please unmute yourself.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Bathsheba Otuga. As you've heard Queen Mother speak, I met Queen Mother in last year, and through an organization called Commonwealth Business Women Association. And a competition was being held.
Was it, Bathsheba, was it Commonwealth or was it another organization?
It was Commonwealth. I took it from Commonwealth.
Oh, okay, okay.
But I also had a link from somebody who knew me and told me you could try and enter this competition. So I found that Queen Mother was one of the people who was organizing, and she became very, very useful to me. I was on a safari in Migori, and I had 2 missions there to meet ladies who are in poverty, and also I needed to speak to them about menstruation, menstrual health management. And I was also visiting with some widows because I normally collect clothes and food stuff to take to widows in December. So while I was there, the network was very poor, but Mother was kind to me and she gave me chance. I was almost thrown out because I was not understanding. But by God's grace, I came back to Nairobi and I was able to enter the competition. And do you know, I won. I won 100,000 shillings. Hallelujah. Yeah, that was awesome. This had found me in a very bad position. Not only that I reached out, but I too was quite needy at that point, because I'm doing this. It's actually supposed to be a sustainable enterprise, but many times it's not sustainable. Yet I have this passion that I have to go out, get resources, make pads, distribute. And I think because of that, God saw my need and I won 100,000 shillings. I was able to update my rent. I was in arrears and I was able to buy some fabrics, and I'm on the road again continuing. So Mother was very kind. After that, she still sent us, for us, and we had meals in a big hotel where I had never been. I was very excited and I felt valued. That was awesome, Mom. I thank you for it. And that is why I'm here also to celebrate your 2nd anniversary. I'm clapping for you. And I believe God is going to help you more. I've heard how you've picked up this young man, Mwalimu. I've seen how you've engaged with the woman politician. And I'm also very happy to engage with you. So back to myself, I was able to start this program after I had left my previous employment as a teacher, and I didn't know what to do with myself. I kept on praying to God to help me to get something to do, but I already had the idea of reusable pads before. One time when I was in school, also in Nairobi, our parents not being really well up, I had problems with pads. It was so shameful to talk to our parents about pads, and that happens up till now. And also buying pads was difficult for like 4 girls in the house, so you just had to make ways to survive. So one time I almost dropped out of school too, like the rest of the girls. I found myself in the reading room, sitting over a pool of blood because the blood had dropped to the floor. I didn't have sufficient pads. I was so ashamed. I was embarrassed. I could not go back to the reading room after a while because it was at home time when I found this. So I just slipped out in the darkness. Yet, coming back was a problem. As I continued staying at home and not doing my homework, our houses were small. You've heard how houses are 10 by 10. There's a father inside, a mother, 5 children, and also a few relatives who have come from a country who want to live and find life in Nairobi. So I knew that I wanted to be a teacher. I saw my grades going down. I told myself, I'll go back and see. If they eat me, then so be it. But nobody asked me if I was able to finish school. I was able to finish school. I became a teacher, and it is from teaching that I noticed the issue of menstruation being a problem. Actually, right now, it's a global problem. It's something called pads poverty. And that's how we came up with the Hardy Pads. An organization helped me and gave me a grant of 185,000 shillings. I bought fabric, I bought machines, and here I am. I do make pads. I look for people to partner with so that we can reach out to the girls in the village, in the slums, and even in the city. Sometimes you see somebody has messed up, they have nothing to use. You just give them one pad, and that's all. So that's how I managed to start a Hardy reusable pads. And that's how I managed to link up with the Queen Mother. So, Mom, I'm
Yes.
very proud of you. I'm happy to celebrate your second anniversary. And I know that I won't be the last person. We were in a group. We won. We were 5. 2 of us won 100,000. 2 won 50,000 each, and 1 won a scholarship of business mentorship. So, Mother, we are very proud of you. So far, I have made impact. I have been able to go out and reach out to 4,000 girls with the help of people. And right now on this show, celebrating Mom's anniversary, I would really want us to do something to donate so that we can be able to impact women. We have 2 villages in Ghana and 1 village here in Nairobi. So to celebrate this
Yes.
anniversary, I know that this is the program where we can speak to you about that outreach that we're going to have in the course of the year to celebrate this second anniversary, the whole of this August month and even September, depending on how things are going to work out, then we will go out and reach to the girls in the village. Okay, the pads look like this. I hope you can be able to see. This is a pad, and this is the top side. The top materials is a soft fleece. It's a cotton fleece, and it takes the shape of a normal pads, the ones that we know about. I don't know, this side, yeah, this side. So this is the underside, and it is just to protect a sheath that is waterproof so that this pad doesn't leak. So you put your panty right under here, then you tie the back and put it in place. So you can stay with it for 3, 4, 5 hours, depending on your flow. Once you're done, you open it again, you unsnap. Mommy also has hers. So you tie
Yes.
in and hold the moisture, and you snap it again. These are called snap buttons. Once you've snapped it, it's secure, and so it will not leak. Once you have tied it like this, we have the package, which also doubles up as a wet bag. In this wet bag, we have 4 pieces of pads, and besides, we also supply 2 panties, because you find if a girl cannot afford pads, she can also not afford panties. There are ladies who just walk without panties, so they will not be able to use pads. And if you give them, they will keep on falling down. So then you take one of these that you have used, and maybe you are carrying one, the one which you're going to change, and you stick it inside. These are the 4 pads that are inside here. So you've used one, you've carried one to change. So you've already used the one that you wanted, you've taken the other one to change, and so you stick it inside the bag. As I have said, that it is made, it's water resistant, so it doesn't leak. You can easily stick it in your bag. You can stick it under your armpit and go back with it if you don't want to be ashamed. But I believe the pads are very pretty and there is no shame with them. Even when you wash them and hang them outside, they are just part of your washing. They're like clothes. You will not be ashamed. So you find that these pads, apart from the top and the bottom, I have a cotton blanket that is made from reusable fiber that is highly absorbable. And this is able to keep the menstrual fluid inside for long enough. It's easy to use because you use it just like the others. You feel it's a bit wet, then it is time to change, and then you keep it. Care is very simple. Once you have your pad at home, you take a small container. A container like this would be enough to soak a pad. So you just stick it in, take your bath. After 15 minutes, pardon, this is a container, this is a tumbler, but you can use something else, because if you can't afford a tumbler, if you cannot afford a small bucket or a plastic bucket, then you can still use the basin that you're using. After you've taken a bath, you put it inside, fill it up with cold water, let it rest for 15 minutes. The material does not stain easily. The blood would like come out because of osmosis, and then press. Press out the water, press out, soak again, press out, then rinse with some other little water. And once the blood has come out, then you can wash it in the normal way. You can wash it with your panty, you can wash it with you can stick it in the washing machine. Our sisters who are privileged and they have washing machines, you can just stick it in, and that is all. So you find that the material is durable. It is very soft and comfortable. It is called fleece. Fleece is very soft, even to the skin. And so once you use it, just wash it and make sure it is bone dry. I don't know if that is the right expression, but let it be completely dry. Once it is dry, keep it back in your bag, and a girl is able to use this more than 12 times with proper care and use. It can last for long. And if you have to add, then you don't have to really discard your last, because they will still be a bit useful, though they have thinned a bit. Then to dispose is very easy. You can either just wrap them and throw them in the garbage, or throw them in the pit latrine, because most of the girls and women in the countryside and in the village, they have this. Don't stick it in the toilets, the flushing toilets, because like other parts, they will cause blockage. So as Mama is saying, we are having that M-Pesa number and even PayPal number. We are raising funds to support. Each girl will need 1,000 shillings, because we will have 2 panties inside and 1 pack of these pads. And we are asking for you to pledge so that we can buy pads for girls in the village. There are villages that some of us have adopted, and also they keep on asking, Mom, when are you bringing us pads? And I have to tell them, wait until yes, until we can be able to raise money. And also we want to raise this awareness of the situation. Mama said that there are 5 out of 10 girls, but the number is more. That there are more girls, like maybe 8, 2,000, 2.8 million girls more cannot afford pads in primary school and even in secondary school. So that is how I came up with this innovation, and I believe many people will come in to join with me so that we can support girls. Margaret said that educate a girl, you educate a country. And many girls and women are dropping out. They cannot compete with men in the proper way because they have missed on education. They cannot fulfill their destinies because some of them are brilliant. If Margaret did not get pads and go through school, tell us, who would be fighting for the women folk now? I think nobody. But because she's able to articulate herself, she's educated, she knows the values, she can even interpret the constitution, so she can vie for that. And that is why what we want for our women folk, that they may not only continue with menial jobs, but they can also rise in their status, because they have a mind of Christ, by the way, and it cannot be destroyed because they did not have proper education. So I'm very passionate about this. I thank you, Mama, for us celebrating you And we can also together celebrate the girls by giving your 1,000 shillings, that is $10,
Yes, we
so
can.
that we carry this thing to the end. And I'd like to connect with you, Margaret. I would also like to connect with Mwalimu because you're in this field
Yes.
together. So we need
Yes.
like to synergize. One person, the Bible says that one can chase 1,000, but two
Well,
can chase 10,000.
woo.
Ooh.
Yes, that is called synergy. The
Yes.
labor of two is equal to 10,000, and the labor of one is 1,000. So I'd really call for us to reach. My contact is with Ma'am. Welcome, Mwalimu. Make sure I'm in your program because I will stand with you. I was at MATHARE on Thursday.
Yeah.
There was no electricity.
Yeah, for
We
two
were
years.
not treated. So I didn't know that that was the problem. The problem could not be found. And now there are other they are doing repairs, by the way,
Yeah.
and it's quite working on. But how can a level 4 hospital be without electricity?
Not that side of the hospital. There are three major villages where people live. That is Kosovo. If you had Kosovo, then there is Bitaduru, then there is 4B. That is where maybe 80% of the votes are, 90% of the votes are. That's where votes are, 90%, yeah.
Okay.
Those three villages, yeah.
That's fine. I was just visiting because I have somebody who has a condition.
As you can see, excuse me, someone did not put their phone on mute. So we're getting this full. We're getting this feedback. Please remove the feedback. Thank you.
So that is how come I will stand with you on the other side. But I know that electricity is a basic need, especially in a hospital of that caliber. So ride on, and Margaret also ride on, and let's trust God that all of us will leave the positive impact that we need.
Yes.
I've also reached out to teen pregnancy. It is a pandemic almost, teen girls pregnancy. So I pick girls and train them, speak to them the word of God, and teach them to fear the Lord and to respect their bodies. They have pads, let them not go looking for pads to men and other people who will use them badly. The first group, I empowered were 10 girls with babies, and I organized with my friend and we gave them diapers, reusable diapers, and also pads. I had some other girls in the village in Kiambio. Out of about 200 girls, only one got pregnant, and she came in when she was already pregnant. She has had a baby now. I cannot trace her. So when you support a Hadi, you're supporting Queen Mother, and you're
That's right.
supporting that girl.
That's
Welcome
right.
so much. I don't know if you have
Yes.
questions, because I would have
Yes.
spoken more, but that would be enough.
Oh, but we'll have you back time and time again. Just like we'll have Mwalimu back on the show after he has secured his seat. And of course, the Honorable after she also has secured her seat. Queen Mother Speaks into this new year. We're going to call forth a forum where we have everybody who's been on the show to come into a huge chat room via Zoom or StreamYard, and we can see what we can do to further support each other. Because it is possible for us to do that, and we will. I want to thank each of you for tuning in to the Queen Mother Speak show. We have run over today, but it's a good running over time because we had such eloquent guests in the house today. We have two from the political arena. Again, the Honorable Tolley, Margaret Tolley, and Mwalimu Bernard. Running for office, election and beyond. And And as for our dear friend Bethesda, we are partnering together with Queen Mother Speaks to offer the Ahadi pads in 3 villages. So I am expecting you, and you to give up your $10 or 1,000 shillings, okay, so we can service these 3 villages. We like to do a minimum of 500 pouches per village. So we're looking at 1,500 minimally. And there's other villages, but we're going to start with 3. We're going to start with 3 villages. And inside this Ahadi pouch is 4 pads, and they'll also receive 2 pairs of panties. That's why we're asking you for $10. What do you do with $10? Some of you go to the store and buy things that you like. $10 is not too much to ask you for, and I'm asking you from my heart. We're looking to do 1,500 minimally of these bags and put them in villages to our girls. Malimu, I heard about girls in your area over there in MATHARE. We're going to start with these first 3 villages. And
Yeah,
we'll move on.
that
We'll
will be really nice. That will be really
and
nice.
once again, where you can donate is through M-Pesa 0796 509 965. Please write it down. M-Pesa 0796 509 965. Or you can send your donation through PayPal. Send it to dashanaba@gmail.com. 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 Let those donations come rolling on in. We will acknowledge receipt of your donation once it's in. And when we travel to the villages to donate the pads to the girls, we're going to take you with us. We're going to film it every step of the way. So Bethesda, Bathsheba. I don't know why I want to call her Bethesda.
It's
but
okay.
She is Bathsheba. No, it's not. I have to call you by your name. I can't tell you how many years I
New
spent
baptism.
getting people to call me by my name, Dashanava. So, and then there's another story about names in America, because once we all got on those ships, okay, our forefathers, and they came to America, they stripped them of their names and they gave them the names that they wanted them to have. Dick, Larry, Harry, Tom. Dick, Larry, Harry, Tom. Whatever those Christian names, as you guys like to call them. But anyway, we've run over time, so we're going to go. We're going to get ready to sign out for today. But once again, I thank you so much for tuning in to Queen Mother Speaks during our 2nd anniversary month. We're going to leave the air today the way we always do, by spreading love, because we believe that love can heal. We believe that love can help heal your when you're hurting inside for something. When you want love, love can also help you. So today we're going to give our love to you. And the way we do that is we blow a kiss with our left hand, then we blow a kiss with our right hand, then we blow a kiss with both hands. And we're going to do it together. Is everybody ready? Oh, and I bought a nice, beautiful bracelet to put on when I'm throwing my kiss. So I'm going to put my bracelets on as I'm throwing my kiss. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. With the left hand first. Let's go. Mwah.
Yeah.
All right. With the right hand. And now we're going to do both hands. All right. And wherever you need this love to go, or whoever you need this love to go to, share it with them. Let's go. Yes. We love you. This is Queen Mother Speaks every Wednesday, every week, live at 5 p.m. We'll see you next week. Thank you for tuning in to Queen Mother Speaks Show. It's a great day. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay.